Okay, we're going to do something a little bit different for this episode. It has come to our attention that our episodes have been kind of drab and dry and sad. We've mostly been talking about death and destruction. This week, we're going to have a fun episode. For this entire episode, we are going to talk about food. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about food, and it's going to be great. So, listen in.
All right. So, good morning. Early morning. It's fun to watch the sunrise, but we have something special for this one. Not only are we going to be talking about food, not only are we going to be sharing our thoughts about that, we have someone with us who is going to do that. Her
Food.
name is Bella. Welcome.
Hello.
So, can you, for this episode, we're not talking about such drastic matters, so it doesn't matter
Yeah,
as much,
we're
but you
actually
just
talking
still.
about fun stuff. Food. Who doesn't
Right.
love it?
We've had complaints about, oh man, you guys suck. You guys are boring. But boring no longer. Anyways, can you just tell us a bit about yourself? I don't know, 30 seconds about who you are and yeah.
Okay. I go to the CC, Classical Conversations, the one that Parker goes to. I have let's see, I'm the oldest of 5. And yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, how are you liking CC? Do you wish you were public schooled or is it a
No.
good fit? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good
Yeah,
with just
I don't think a lot of people do. um but yeah, all right. So food. Yes, food.
food.
So today we actually do have a bit of a structure simply because food is such a wide topic that we don't want to be meandering every little which way. Yeah, we're going to talk about the history of delicacies, like how some foods are like better than others. We're going to talk about that there is a food crisis, although that's not the actual problem we're talking about. Like it's not
Mhm.
the total thing. Then we have a fun topic. I'll tell you what, it is food related. I don't know what else it's related to. And then we're gonna talk about food in the Bible and one of the 7 deadly sins. First of all, what do you think or what is food? I mean, what are we gonna be talking about today? What is food itself? Does anyone know?
Food is just the greatest thing on earth. I love food so
Yes.
much.
I would say it's something you could eat, like edible stuff, but like there are so many things that are edible that you should not eat.
Yeah,
Yeah, like cactuses.
or a
Yeah.
rock or dirt.
I definitely ate dirt when I was little. Yeah.
So
Well,
Don't
and
tasty.
there are the things.
and
There are the things
sand.
you can
It was
eat
really weird.
and should eat, like snow and stuff, right? Those are
Yeah.
the good nature foods in life. I mean, sure, we live in an area where it's probably full of chemicals, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, lots of food. I mean, I can real quick look it up. Definition of food, because we're not talking about like nutrients that they inject into your arm when you're in a coma. 'Cause that'd be
Yeah.
weird, but technically it does fall under that. Any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink, or that plants absorb in order to maintain life and growth. So we
Yeah.
need food for life. We need it to live. It's part of our anatomy. We need these calories, we need these energies for all the tiny little processes in each and every one of our cells. So yes, food is very necessary, and it's kind of fitting that we talk about it because it's literally the I think I mean aside from breathing, which is kind of already automatic,
Mhm.
um food is like one of the main things we do
Mhm.
to stay alive.
Yeah. And if you think about plants, they basically eat air and water and sunshine. Can you just imagine that just eating sunshine? I wonder what that must feel like.
I mean, when you think about it, Venus flytraps, they're not eating. They don't eat the flies, right? They need the stuff in them because there's not the nutrients in the soil, right? And so
Mm.
that I think it's mainly nitrogen in the flies. Because if you plant, it's a fun fact. If you plant a Venus flytrap in uh like very rich soil, it won't produce as much actual the eating little heads, um, because it doesn't need them. Anyways, uh, right. So, we have a sort of long quote here, history of delicacies. So,
All right. So hang in here. It's kind of a long quote, but we're going to read about the history of delicacies. So, throughout history, foods that were once a market of precarity and a lack of resources, dishes from scraps, tough cuts of meat, seafood too abundant to be of value to those who treasure rarity, wild roots scraped out of the earth with hardened hands, have gradually been co opted by the upper classes, sometimes to the point where they're no longer accessible to the people who once relied on them. For deliciousness has never been a fixed quality, wholly measurable by sensors on the tongue. It's an invocation and reflection of memory, history, and prevailing hierarchies. American bred beluga caviar from fish framed in Florida became available at $830 an ounce. But in medieval Russia, caviar was a pleasant staple, less expensive than fish itself. Sanctioned food, fasting food on holy days, an emblem of deprivation, dolloped on porridge for a burst of brine. There was more than enough to go around. Peasants fed it to their pigs to fatten them up. Even lowlier were lobsters, scorned as indiscriminate bottom feeders, fobbed off on servants and put on prison menus, or else consigned to fertilizer. Such was the substance of the American lobster in the North Atlantic that coastal people didn't need to set traps to catch them. Yet this past summer, lobster rolls, heavy with sweet claw and knuckle meat and dripping butter, sold for as much as $34 each in Maine. Like caviar, the American lobster has risen in status as its stocks have declined.
so yeah, if you're wondering where that's from, the guy Mishin for New York Times wrote that November 26, 2021. Why wouldn't you want to eat a lobster? Well, because it's a big bug in the sea.
No,
And
it's not. It's not a big bug.
so
Lobster tastes delicious.
okay. And see, so we have some clash here, right? We have some disagreement, and that helps us lead to a good discussion, a good argument. So I really don't like any like I don't know what are they arthropods. I don't like crab. I don't like lobster. I don't like shrimp. I do like calamari if it's deep fried. Have you heard of calamari? It's squid.
Yeah.
So
Mm, that does sound good. I like anything deep fried because it's deep fried.
all
Uh,
right.
what about you, Beth?
I don't like seafood at all.
See, she knows. She knows.
I think I'm really gonna need therapy. I think I'm traumatized.
Have any of you ever tried caviar?
No.
I don't
Alright.
think so.
I've had some weird foods, but yeah, I don't think I've tried caviar before.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, do you think it's strange that these like lowly foods, like the lobster and the caviar, which is just I think like little eggs from the belly of a sturgeon,
Yeah,
um,
something like that.
which is a type of fish, like what do you think? How do you think they like became delicacies? What do you guys think of that?
I don't know. I guess enough people just tried it and said, "Hey, this is like really good. We can make millions of dollars off of this."
Right. They were probably like starving and just like, let's just eat something. And then they're like, oh wait, this is actually really good. We should make this actually like a thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think um yeah, they're like, "Ah, these peasant foods." But I mean, they're making billions off of the caviar
Yeah.
industry. Same for lobster now. Says $830 an ounce for beluga bread caviar.
Mm.
So I don't know. It's kind of insane. Are there any other like delicacy food, like high up foods that you guys can think of?
I don't know. What other high up foods would there be? I don't know. Oh, eggs.
Eggs?
Eggs are going $6 for a dozen.
Yeah,
It-
that's only because of the chicken decline, though.
Yeah,
They had to
that
like
that
kill
is
off
true.
like a ton of chickens because of some flu.
Yeah, and people are throwing eggs off of trucks. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah. So guys, if you want, buy chickens, please, because
Mhm.
we need more eggs.
there aren't enough. We tried our
There aren't
best
enough
and
eggs in this world. We just need more.
Food, yes, food is great. Food is good. I like it. So, um, yeah. Do you think? Can you think of? I don't know. Yeah, I guess like some like wagyu beef or something like really like refined
Mm-hmm.
beefs. They go for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of Japanese apparently in China, shark fin soup is a delicacy. It's where they
Mhm.
just
oh,
it's very sad. They
Yeah.
well, caviar is sad too if you think about it, and lobster. So, all right. We're not gonna get into some of the like PETA like animal like society
Groups.
rights stuff, but so for shark fin soup, they cut off the fins of the sharks while they're still alive, and then they put them back in the water, but the sharks don't have fins, and so they eventually
dolphins. Wait, no, dolphins
suffocate.
have fins. Oh no.
Yeah, so they eventually suffocate to death because they can't move, they can't get water through their
Mhm.
gills, and that's how they breathe, getting the oxygen out of that water.
Yeah.
So and the same for lobsters get boiled alive. Every lobster does, and then caviar. So if you didn't know, caviar is like I think lots fish eggs, right? And so they cut open the female sturgeon while she's still alive, take out the eggs, and then throw her back in the water.
Oh,
Um, which again is very, very sad. And
Mhm.
so,
It's
sure,
so
we
kind
have
of
these,
wasteful.
yeah.
yeah, we have these delicacy foods, and yet, um, and they're going for that much money, and yet people can't seem to treat the animals right. I
Hmm.
mean, there's so much deeper stuff we can get into
Yeah.
about like animal like rights, I guess, like pet stores
Mhm.
and stuff. But we're not going to get into that today.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
all for like for having shark fin soup and caviar and like lobster and stuff like that. But if you're going to do that, you need to use the entire shark and stop killing them off so fast. Like you need to use the entire shark or like the entire deer with hunting. Sometimes people will just like shoot a deer and then just take
Yeah.
its antlers or something. They need to use the whole deer. And if you do that, like if you like shoot a moose and kill it, you can have food for months.
So, very interesting food delicacies. Now, let's get into a food crisis. So, worldfoodprogram.org, which basically they give food to hungry nations.
Mhm.
Arabella, did you want to read this quote?
Sure. Quote, in 74 countries in the world, 343 million people are facing acute hunger. The scale of the current global hunger and malnutrition crisis is enormous. A total of 1.9 million people are in the grips of catastrophic hunger. Primary in Gaza, Sundai, but also in pockets of South Sudan, Haiti, and Malai. I think that's how you say it. They are teetering on the brink of famine.
Zam zam.
Camp in North Sudan, famine has been confirmed. Many food crises involve the multiply overlap issue that are building year on year. What are the main causes of the global food crisis? Conflict, climate, economy, displacement. How can we end global food crisis? Political and diplomatic solutions are needed to strengthen peace building efforts and ensure safe unrestricted access across borders and conflict lines to save lives and prevent the hunger catastrophic spreading even further.
All right. So we see here from this quote that a lot of places in Africa, in the Middle East, are starving. They're not having enough food, and that is not good at all.
Hmm.
Now, one thing I do want to point out is, what day is it? It's the 12th, March 12th, I believe.
As of recording.
Mardi Gras happened just recently, and Mardi Gras stands for Fat Tuesday. I think it's French or something.
Yep.
And basically, on that day, it's a big tradition, especially in New Orleans. But basically, what they do is they have a bunch of parades, and they fill themselves so much with food and other pleasures that I will not get into. But they fill themselves so much with food and gluttony, it's really bad. And then on Ash Wednesday, the day right after that, they go into Lent. So Mardi Gras is basically the party day of the year, and filling yourself so much with food and being just gluttons overall is not good. We should be sending all the excess food. We should take our fill and then share all the excess food with all the places in Sudan, Gaza, and Haiti, and all the other places like that.
Yeah, and the U.S. wastes 92 billion pounds of food annually, which is equal to 145 billion meals. When
Yikes.
you think of it,
Mhm.
we could. I mean, I think it would be very, very hard to reach to actually like get this food out to the world. Because I mean, it's one thing having the food
Mhm.
and having food to waste, but another thing distributing it over to the globe. But
Mhm.
yeah, so they throw away $473 billion worth of food, which is 92 billion pounds.
That is
That's a lot of
so
food.
much food.
Right.
Oh my god. A lot of food.
Yeah. So, Bella, I'm curious to know what are your thoughts on GMOs, genetically modified organisms?
What are those?
So basically, like if you see like, oh, non-GMO food, woohoo, it's amazing. So non-GMO food is genetic. They modify it like on the molecular scale, like in the actual food itself, with like chemicals and stuff, so that it's resistant to weeds or resistant to pesticides or resistant to some bugs, or they even do it so that the food grows bigger, um, such as corn. I had a whole debate about this, but yeah, GMOs. So,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts about like modifying this food with like chemicals and stuff?
I feel like that's terrible. Like, why would you put chemicals in food? I mean,
Right.
it's better, even if it doesn't last as long as it does with the
Hmm.
chemicals. It's way better without the chemicals. Like,
Mhm.
it's so much healthier
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
for
thing is,
the plant and for the humans.
pretty much all the corn we eat is GMO because corn used to be like a lot smaller. There didn't used to be that many like kernels on the thing, and so we really wouldn't have some of those things without it. But yeah, the debate was whether the U.S. should ban GMOs. Yeah, ultimately, it was I don't know, it was a fun debate.
Yeah.
But if you did get rid of GMOs, like we would have to, it would cause so much deforestation to actually keep up with the food industry because
Mhm.
Yeah.
you get so much higher yield when you have these genetically modified things that it would cause deforestation in
That's
itself
it.
and greenhouse gases and all that other crap. If you
Yeah.
did ban it.
Are GMOs necessarily good for the people?
Yeah.
Probably not. So yeah, the biggest thing was that they had adverse health effects. They caused what like they caused higher risk to diabetes, like faulty insulin regulation. They caused I don't know, hormone problems. Some people experience like fevers and stuff when exposed to stuff like that.
Mhm.
Also glyphosates, which is a chemical found in most like GMO like fertilizers and stuff. They're known to cause non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is lymphoma, which is like of the lymph nodes. So which is a type of cancer like in your throat. So yeah, very very sad. A lot of, I mean, at this point, I think everything can give you cancer and everything can make you sick.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, even the sun is trying to kill us. If we go outside, we could get skin cancer. So
Yeah.
at this point, probably best to just do what's easiest. Um, yeah. So, uh, if we do like eat a lot of food, how should we be taking care of our bodies? How should we be, like exercising?
Probably I would say just if you feel full, stop there. And like don't take that second serving of whatever you're having, especially if it's a super fatty food.
Or third or
Like,
fourth.
yeah. Yeah, we should overall just like eat healthy foods in general, like stop eating so many burgers from McDonald's and stuff, because there have literally been reports that McDonald's chicken nuggets can cause blindness.
Of course.
Yes, so stop eating the chicken nuggets. Kids, eat your vegetables. Vegetables are so good for you. Like carrots, broccoli, they're so good for you. You guys can't even imagine how good they are. How good they are for you.
Carrots are good for your eyes.
Yes.
Because they have a vitamin A in them,
Like the
as well as
opposite of the nuggets.
other things like that. Yeah, the opposite of the nuggets. I think in the 90s they genetically modified a type of rice called golden rice to have vitamin A in it, because it's like millions of people were dying and were going blind because of vitamin A deficiency, and they modified the rice so that vitamin A was in it and spread it over that like Asian region of the world. And I mean, that instance, it really did help.
For our fun topic, we're gonna talk about food again.
What? We just talked
What?
about poutine, Vladimir Poutine. No, that stuff in Canada, it's really good. Well, according to our Canadian inside man. But yeah, so we're not just talking about that. So we gotta savor that flavor, right? Food is a great gift. It'll if you eat food, you'll be in a good mood. So yeah, we have a quote from our from the guy who does our outlines, Matthew Jakowski. He's a part of the team.
So therefore, we
Uh,
can quote him.
Sure. He says that is good,
read the whole thing.
inspiring to the stomach, and full of awesomeness. Wow.
That's awesome.
That's quality right there.
Yeah.
Yes, good, inspiring to my stomach.
We're gonna have to start paying him more.
Yeah, let's multiply his pay by 200, so that bring it up to 0. Yeah, and so also Arabella, the reason we doing this is because that was your episode suggestion. So
Yay.
you sent us an email. I'm gonna read it here. It's absolutely amazing, and it really inspired this episode 10. Done 10 of them. Can you believe it? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna read this. All right. Quote, I love food. And then these are emojis. Ice cream, donut, cookie, pretzel, cherry, strawberry, burrito, bacon, pizza, corn, hamburger. And then, so yeah, that's a hard question. I don't like fish. I don't like popcorn unless it's good popcorn. And then there's some food that I don't like by itself. The episodes are a lot of fun, and I love the music. Lol, keep it up. So, what is your inspiration? Now, I know Matthew says it's inspiring to his stomach, but what is your inspiration for this topic?
It just tastes so good. I don't know.
All right.
Some
Yeah.
people live to eat. Me?
I don't live to eat, but it's
Wait,
so
no.
good.
No, yeah, I don't, I'm not a food person. Yeah, I eat to live. Some people live
Right.
to eat and others eat to live. That's the saying. Do any of you have a favorite junk food? Like when I'm referring to junk food, like those snacks and sugary snacks,
Ice cream.
ice cream.
100%.
Why do you like ice cream?
I don't know. I just love it.
Creamy deliciousness.
I even have an ice cream maker, so I can make it whenever I want.
Oh, that's nice.
But
Yeah.
You
Let's
just
see.
get up at midnight and I'm gonna have some ice cream.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are my favorite foods? I don't know. I'm
Junk
pretty much like, yeah, one of my favorite junk foods. Let's see.
Mac and cheese.
like actual like food, like meal food.
Mhm.
Guys,
It is pretty junky though.
deep
Yeah.
fried onion rings and
Ooh.
tater tots with
Yeah.
queso dip.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about that. Like I said, I like anything deep fried. I love deep fried food. It's just so good and not wholesome, but good.
I mean, it's full of grease, full of fat. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess that means it's really bad for your cholesterol. When you're an adult, you better watch it though.
Mhm.
Let's get into the ultimate, relating it down to what matters the most. Let's talk about food in the Bible.
Yes. So, Arabella, how do you know how food was used in the Bible? Like how
Yeah.
did the Israelites use it? What laws did they have?
Oh, there were so many laws. I was just like, I don't even know how they kept them all straight.
Ooh, Deuteronomy. Woohoo. Yeah,
Yeah.
so a lot of laws. But the first law ever was Genesis 2:16-17, and the Lord commanded the man, saying, "You may surely eat of every tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat it, you shall surely die." So our first sin is rooted in selfish ambitions. It's rooted in indulging ourselves, right?
Mhm.
And that's extremely important because it's the very first sin. That's what led us to fall. We were tempted by the devil and to eat that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We think we don't need God. We think we can save ourselves. We think we're so cool that God doesn't exist. We think or even as Christians, we think, oh yeah, I'm better than everyone else. I'm better than those atheists over there. I'm better than those theistic evolutionists over there.
Right.
Right? We're selfish and we want everything for ourselves. We want knowledge for ourselves, and oftentimes we don't look in the right place. So yeah, but I think ultimately when it comes to food, we can see uh the Lord will provide.
Mhm.
Bella, where have you seen God's provision in your life? It doesn't have to be about food, just any provision from the Lord. Where have you seen it?
Well, let's see. I feel like in like almost everything, like getting places, not getting lost.
Hmm.
Um,
A warm house.
yeah. I think I saw it most when what was that thing like that? It was something that like collapsed on me, but like I was fine.
Uh-oh.
I literally thought my head was gonna break open, but it didn't, and I was like completely fine. Like
That's
I
good.
didn't have like I didn't lose my memory at all. I didn't have a concussion. I was like, wow. I wasn't crushed. It was great. I was like,
What was the object? Was it a hippo or was it like a building?
hippo? Oh, it was like our swing set, like
Mm.
the
Oh,
base of it that fell on top of me. Yeah.
that'll probably hurt. Did it like hit your head?
Yeah, it went like the pointy part like went straight on my head. It was like, oh,
Oh,
great.
And you were still like perfectly fine from that?
Yeah, it was perfect. I mean, my head hurt obviously, but like,
okay. Well, that's great. I mean, dangerous things can happen. Parker, where have you seen the Lord's provision in your life?
Oh, I've seen it in so many places. But yeah, I guess probably the same thing as Arabella. I'm just so thankful for this nice house we moved like at the beginning of the summer last year.
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, it is. You've been there. Um uh we moved here at the beginning of the summer, and at the beginning of the summer, we didn't even know where we're gonna live. My dad is in the pastorate. He is the pastor at Beacon Light CRC. And we actually didn't know that was going to happen at all until until they gave him the call, and we literally didn't even know where we were going to live for a few weeks there. And so I'm so thankful just for this wonderful house. It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. I don't know. I probably see it most not food wise when I'm out working, right? So I oftentimes work high up on roofs of apartment complexes cleaning gutters, or I'm riding or pushing dangerous blade spinning machines, lawnmowers, um, or working with pressure washers. I don't know, that kind of just uh maintenance stuff, and it's very dangerous when you're um 40 feet up on a steep slippery roof, leaning
Mhm.
over to clean the gutters. I haven't died yet, although I do have 4 gutter jobs lined up for this month and next, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, safety basically, or him, the Lord, keeping me alive, whether that's through providing food or providing safety. Ultimately, that's one of the biggest things I see. So, Parker and Bella, how can we resist? How can we resist gluttony, which is habitual greed or excess in eating, according to Oxford? How can we resist it?
Well,
First dibs. So I think the first thing that we should definitely do is pray. We should always be praying about these things, and if gluttony is like one in particular that you feel that you're more pushed towards, and you should definitely pray about that. Getting outside help, so having accountability, like having somebody that will help you not be gluttonous, that also helps a lot.
mm,
Yes, some people are gluttons, and then we see that, what's the number? What, 300 and something million people? 343 million people are facing acute hunger across the globe.
Hmm.
Um, he provides for us so much that we forget that those people even exist. That we forget that it's our duty to help our neighbors.
mhm,
Um, which is really bad. So yeah, we have to, well, have to be not among the drunkards or among gluttonous eaters of meat. For the
mhm,
drunkard and glutton will come to poverty, and the
Hmm.
slumber will clothe them with rags. That's Proverbs 23:20 to 21. So it's extremely important not to fall into these types of sins. So, but we can remember that, and we can still have fun. Like, we can still eat food. So Bella, what overall? We know ice cream is your favorite junk food, but what's your favorite like food you could eat? Like uh actual meal.
um, I love potatoes. That's and corn
Nice.
together.
Just the corn.
Potatoes and corn together. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're so simple. Like just a tuber and a grain. Um, and yet there's so many ways we can enjoy them. I mean, personally,
Mhm.
I don't like potatoes, but I do like French fries, which I don't know. You call me a hypocrite, but I think
That's
those
brother.
are different things. Um,
Kale.
Bella, I'm curious if you could do just one exercise for the rest of your life to keep in shape, what would it be?
Oh, I have no idea. Probably just running, cause like
Mhm.
that's you
It's
could
the
like
superior
especially
exercise.
outside. Like yeah,
Yeah, even when you're 80, you can jog along.
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, my mom's getting first place female like in all her races, and she's 50. So All right. So yeah, there's we have to control our eating habits. So yeah, at the end of the day, um we really just have to take care of our bodies. That's ultimately what
Mhm.
we can get out of this. Before we end with a closing remark, did any of you have any last things you wanted to say? Any things you wanted to tell our awesome listeners or anything?
Don't overeat. It's bad for you.
Mhm.
And don't eat junk food as much as you want to.
Yeah, like having a burger every once in a while is okay, but
Right.
having it every day or just eating McDonald's chicken nuggets every day, it's really not good for you.
Yeah, as Arabella said, ice cream, donut, cookie, pretzel, cherry, strawberry, burrito, bacon, pizza, corn, hamburger. Ultimately, there's still starvation happening around the globe. We covered that topic. And this is because we made this into a fallen world when we did that first sin of eating something that we shouldn't have. Millions are still dying of hunger, and we long for him to come again. Ultimately, that's what we have to long for. He could come tonight. So are we ready? Are we ready to accept him? We have to do it now. We have to do it as soon as possible. So we might actually go hungry in our lives. We might feel
Mhm.
like we lack spiritual food. However, ultimately the Lord still provides through the work of the World Food Program, which we read a quote from, or other organizations. The results of hunger are being mitigated. Even if this help, even if it doesn't come, and people are at the verge of starvation, he still provides. How? Because Jesus is the blood of life. He gave us his blood and his body and his life as food for us. And at the end of the day, it's required that we partake of him, believe in him, repent to him, and eventually receive his eternal life. The life is not found in this literal food. It's not found in bacon. No, it's not. It's not found in anything on this earth or any object or value made by man. No, it's found in the fully God, fully man, who destroyed death itself. He satisfied the hunger of retribution for all our sins. So let's follow our hunger for food, for love, for everlasting life, because we can find it in Christ, who is our bread of life, our living water, and our only truth.
And this has been CB for Truth.
Bye.